from now, there
What's
will
the spread
have
for the
been
Hall of Fame
preseason
game?
action. Let's find out.
Let me look it
So
up. I'll look it up so you don't have to kill your computer. Hall of Fame game spread.
Carson Beck versus Kenny Pickett. You tell me.
I'm excited to see Carson Beck.
I'm a little excited.
1.5 point favorite Panthers. Over under 35.5. Whew.
Not touching that. That game's gonna be like 17-3. I'm calling it.
Yeah. Who's winning?
Panthers.
Cards getting their one win of the season tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the Hall of Fame game, so it's not even like a real preseason game.
I'm surprised that Beck is starting.
I'm like, I mean, because they're not going to start. Well, he's QB3, so it makes sense.
Oh, he's 3. I thought he was 2.
Oh, no, they got Minshew ahead of him, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Gardner Minshew. You can't risk Gardner Minshew in the Hall of Fame game.
No,
like,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, a lot of news since our last pod on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been, what, four days? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. 5 days. I apologize.
Yep.
Sorry for the long hiatus, folks. I know you're not used to us coming back after 5 days. So typically, we take a month off when we go on a hiatus. So 5 days, I know, threw people off there. But we're back, of course. Preseason action.
What should we start with?
Got a lot of news to talk about. We'll talk about the news first before we get into the NFC North breakdown. This is, of course,
Let's start
NFC
with the
North
grab bag
episode.
stuff before we get into our teams.
Yeah.
First, I think the first thing to talk about is the substation. Shout out to the guy who made the substation.
Claiming lives right now.
Shout out to the guy who made the substation Twitter. It's pretty funny. Like the videos of like people were like photoshopping it to make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, every time there's an injury, we make the substation bigger.
I saw one that was Sauron. All right, here's the list.
Like, it's so all encompassing. Like, you just watch any video from 49ers training camp, and it's just like, holy, how has this not been a thing before like last year?
So here's the list, Beau. So out of the 90-man roster, 20 are injured. Nick Bosa, sore. Osa Digizua, sore. Drake Greenlaw, sore. Kyle Juszczyk, broken finger. Mike Evans, quad. Jacob Cowing, hip flexor. Stribling, hamstring. Kalen Black, adductor. Brett Toth, undisclosed. Christian Kirk, calf. Carver Willis, concussion. Verdian Lowe, ankle. Malik Mustafa, hamstring. Michael Williams, knee. Garendo, pec. Sam Okuayanonu, ankle. Nick Zakelj, left practice undisclosed. Jordan James, ribs. Keon White, adductor. George Kittle, Achilles. Insane. I like the theory that people are saying
either. Like I know sometimes you see an injury report and you're like, okay, I don't give a crap about most of these guys. Those are like big names, including their entire receiving room.
Yeah. Well, I saw a fun theory. It's like, what if Christian McCaffrey was actually the substation and he's taking their powers to make him healthy?
Oh, I did see that, and he's like Vecna plugged in.
Yep.
I did see that tweet. That was a great tweet. Oh man, that would make sense. You know what? If anyone could master that, it would be a Stanford.
It would.
Grad. He would know how. He's a confident nature, though.
and Kyle Shanahan's all screwed up too.
That's true. That was actually, I know this is a throwback to a long time ago, but someone asked Christian McCaffrey, like when he was still at Stanford, like what it was like navigating classes and like, you know, being a Heisman caliber athlete at Stanford. And he was like, yeah, I'm a comms major, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Did he have any overlap with Harbaugh or no? Was it always Shaw?
No, he was all Shaw. Andrew Luck overlapped with Harbaugh.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, but no, McCaffrey's freshman year was 2014.
So
Luck's last year there was 2011. So there was like 2 years of buffer between those two guys.
Yeah.
2 legends. And they went to the Rose Bowl in both those buffer years. So David Shaw, all-time great.
What else?
What else?
So the
Oh yeah, we got a
Cardinals,
whole list.
NFC West Cardinals. The one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Like I know we love that Colt McCoy video from a couple of years
Mhm.
back of him just throwing it right into someone's head. It's
Mhm.
like I've never seen a good video come out of Cardinals training camp.
No, I know I'd sent this to you. Like Bruce Arians, considering he was the head coach for two like historically cursed franchises, and he made one competitive for 5 years, and the other he took to a Super Bowl in his second year on the job with Tom Brady, but that's not important. Put that dude in the Hall of Fame. My goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
If he didn't have health issues, like he and like it took a long time for anyone to give him a chance too.
it did. But every like literally anytime he was a head coach, he was successful.
Yeah, those were some damn good Cardinals teams, man. They would smoke the Seahawks. Peak LOB Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, I mean that was peak LOB, and they were giving them a run for their money.
yeah, no, I mean they took it to us a couple times in Seattle too. Back before like it really got bougified.
Yeah.
I wish you could have gone to Lumen when it was peak Lumen, man.
Yeah.
The one
Never
game
know.
I went to when it was peak Lumen, they lost. It was actually it was against Bruce Arians Cardinals 2013.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, we had 4 picks and we couldn't score.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, Russ.
It's I think, and this is totally off topic, but it's a very interesting thing that a lot of like that has been brought up. But the amount of like sniping behind each other at the Seahawks, how much like they just got after each other in bad ways, and how they managed to do so was crazy, especially compared to this iteration of the Seahawks where there's none of that. There's like absolutely none of that. It's funny. When I was at a clinic down in Olympia, an assistant coach for Tumwater High School, which is a two-way school that has been amazing for like 40 years.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's the Ottenham land.
Yep, that's the Otten area. Yeah. They are smaller, undersized, but they're always like taking it to other teams, even playing up.
The Ottens certainly weren't undersized.
Yeah, the Ottens.
Got a couple exceptions.
Big exception, yeah. And he was talking about culture, and he had 2 of his players there, and it was like a cult in the way they talked to each other. Almost, it was really interesting of like talking about like their own deficiencies and like thanking each other. It was very interesting, man. And we'll get to this later for Hard Knocks, but you kind of saw it when Mike McDonald was chewing out Brady Russell. It kind of felt like that. And like this iteration of the Seahawks, as much as I love them, are nowhere near as talented as the LOB years, but they're so much more cohesive. Like if Sam Darnold was on the LOB era, like Richard Sherman would kill him.
Yeah.
They hated each other, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, considering that how successful they were is genuinely shocking.
Yeah, because they had offense and defense hated each other, man. Hated each other, and honestly, at times I really can't blame that defense because being on the Mike McDonald era now, I can really appreciate how he doesn't hold on to bad coaches. He seeks out young talent. Whereas Pete kept Tater on staff for 15 years, and like held on to Bevel too long, held on to Shoddy too long, held on to Waldron too long. Like especially defensive coordinators. He brought back Ken Norton after he was terrible in the Raiders. Terrible.
That's a rough one.
And then Clint Hurt.
And Clint Hurt, yeah.
Honestly, though, in hindsight, Shoddy wasn't that bad. I think Shoddy was a little. The thing about Shoddy was he was a run heavy OC when the trend was to be super pass heavy. But I mean, you can kind of see it with the success he's having now. I think Shoddy wasn't too bad. But we'll get into it. I'm sorry for that big diatribe. Okay, Zay Flowers, big deal.
Yes, huge contract for Zay Flowers. Now making Jetta's money.
More guaranteed than JSN.
Just insane contract, and the justification by a lot of people that are like trying to bring up like I'm sorry, dude. He's not. A lot of people trying to justify the contract. I'll just say that. And all I can say is my first reaction when I saw it is I laughed.
Yeah, you can't pay that kind of money for Zay Flowers.
No, and he's not bad. But like, I think T. Higgins is better than him, and T's making 28 a year. And Zay's making 35 now a year. Like, that's insane for like a pretty good wide receiver. Not a wide receiver one, or a pretty good wide receiver, can be your wide receiver one. You probably prefer he be your wide receiver two.
Yeah, I think so too. However, something ages very poorly with how I felt of Zay Flowers versus JSN at the time of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Zay Flowers guy.
At least he's better than Quinn Johnston.
Yep,
Honestly,
that is for
Flowers,
sure.
Okay, because there's 4 receivers drafted in that first round. Obviously, JSN's the best. Is Zay Flowers better than Jordan Addison?
I'd say so.
I don't know. But Jordan Addison's actually like playing and his head's screwed on right, and he's not like dealing with traffic issues. Like, he's freaking good, man. He just gets overshadowed because he plays with Jettas while Zay's a top target for Lamar.
If anything, I'd say playing with Jettas helps him, gets him more favorable, easier coverages. You know, he's not the guy they're focused on.
True, but he doesn't get the targets, and he still produces pretty well.
That's true.
But I don't know. It's an interesting one. I think they're close. I like Jordan Addison more than most people do, though. I think he's like a very high-end wide receiver too. Probably top 5 wide receiver 2 in the league.
Yeah, I'd say they're both. I'd be more okay with Zay as a receiver 1 than Addison personally.
That's fair. We haven't seen Addison as a receiver 1. However, now that this contract's out there, we might get a chance here pretty soon because I think he's only got 2 more years under contract. Actually, I think they picked up his 5th-year option. So let's see. Hold on. Let's do a little fancy spot track check. Jordan Addison contract. It's the NFC North episode, so I have to talk about Jordan Addison. They did pick up his 5th-year contract. Okay. So never mind. He's got 2 years of club control. However, the new fancy thing to do is even if your 5th-year option got picked up, you hold out in training camp a year 4. If you're, top end guy like Jamar did that his year, or he held in. He didn't hold out. He held in. Bijan was doing that until this week when he got paid. Which that's another thing. Need to add to the notes. Bijan got paid.
I forgot about that.
For good reason.
The genie.
I saw the genie. I did see that, but the funny tweet I saw was like, if you're a young athlete right now and you see that Bijan Robinson got $25 million a year and Zay Flowers got $35 million a year, I don't know how you can ever justify playing running back. It's like, he's got a point.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're good enough to do both, don't play running back. What else? How do we get on that topic? Oh yeah, Jordan Addison. Yeah, 5th-year option. So never mind. We'll see a couple more years. Oh, and then guys holding out Trent Cat. Who else is holding out? I know Vita Vea is trying to get traded. So
Yeah.
that doesn't really count. I'm trying to think.
I don't really.
First
There's not
round
many
picks from
high
23.
profile holdouts right now.
This would be first round picks in 23. Spoon's not holding out, even though he hasn't gotten paid yet. But
yeah,
again,
no,
he's option, so it'll be fine.
They talked about it a bit on Hard Knocks.
Let's see. Will Anderson's gotten paid. CJ Stroud's not holding out. I'm trying to think even who the first round picks were that year.
Will Anderson got paid. Spoon's gonna get paid. It's not something we're worried about.
Peter Skronsky. I don't think he's been paid yet, but he's not holding out.
Yeah, it's not like they have a bunch of guys they need to pay.
Oh, Gonzo. Forgot about Gonzo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
like it's kind of a weird standoff between.
Yeah,
I think it's the same thing as Spoon because they have the same agent too. It's kind of a weird standoff of, because they want the same deal basically, or a little bit better than each other.
Yeah. Other first round picks that year. Denver had first round pick? No, that was the year they traded their first round pick for Russ. Chargers. The Chargers have a first round pick.
Yeah, because
that's Quinn Johnson.
Spoon was the Broncos pick. That's right.
Quinn Johnson held out for a new contract.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Mike McDaniel can figure something out with him. He's fast.
Felix Anudike-Uzomah is not holding out for a new contract.
Tyree
Wilson's already not on the Raiders anymore. So
thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. Kansas City. Bryce Young not holding out. Brian Breshee's hurt right now. Plus, he's probably not. You need to be like top 4, 5 at your position to be a holdout after year 3 guy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because Jameer got paid.
Jameer hasn't gotten paid yet. Jameer's holding out right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jameer's a holdout guy.
Yeah.
Bijan got paid though. But yeah. Let's see. The job Deontay Banks, he was a bust. Emmanuel Forbes not even in Washington anymore. Jalen Carter already got paid. Mozzie Smith's not even on the Cowboys anymore.
I'm surprised the Seahawks never spun the tires on him.
Let's see. Paris Johnson has not gotten paid yet. Honestly, he'd be a guy that maybe would be a holdout candidate, but I haven't heard anything about it. Niners didn't have a first round pick that year. Rams didn't have the Rams didn't have a first round pick that year. Seahawks had 2. Spoon not. Well, JSN already got paid. Spoon hasn't yet. Addison, I don't believe he's holding out again. Wide receiver 2s typically don't hold out. Lucas Van Ness, not good enough. Sorry, buddy. Darnell Wright got paid. He just got paid.
Oh, yep.
Forgot about that. New highest paid right tackle in the league. And then Jahmyr Gibbs holding out. And Jack Campbell already got paid. So there you go. There's your 2023 first round. Kind of hit or miss. Oh, we didn't talk about the AFC North. Miles Murphy, not good enough to hold out. Plus, he didn't even have his 5th-year option picked up. Broderick Jones, not good enough to his 5th-year option picked up. And so, yeah. And then Zay Flowers got paid. Browns didn't have a first-round pick. So, there you go. That was quick and easy. All right.
Man, if it were for the Browns, we could have gotten Will Anderson.
Yep. That is very true.
But we didn't have Spoon, though. I'd still take Will Anderson.
Yeah, I think most people would. Don't get me wrong. I love Spoon. I think he's a great culture guy. Will
Imagine last year's Seahawks defense with Will Anderson.
Right. Oh yeah. Let's see. Other NFC West news. Oh, Aaron Donald.
Yep.
That's gonna happen at this point. Just a matter of
yeah. It's honestly kind of annoying, kind of like the song and dance about it. It's like, come on, we know.
Yeah, just
know.
make it a thing. Make it a thing. And then obviously Seahawks and Hard Knocks.
Stephon Diggs.
I was going through the AFC West, but yeah, Stephon Diggs signed with the Commies.
There goes Ayuk stream.
Yeah, maybe we can revisit it. Does Stephon Diggs going to the Commies shake us off this 8-9?
No.
Does it sway anything?
Was receiver a problem for them, really?
I mean, depth-wise, like Terry McLaurin is kind of a injury risk. And their other receivers are Antonio
Stephon Diggs in 2026 isn't a huge needle mover for me.
That's valid.
That's not my concerns. That's not my chief concerns about the Commanders. Is basically what I mean by that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. No, I see what you mean.
What else? Oh, NFC South. Horror show going
the cursed division. The cursed division.
So Vita wants out. Baker contract drama. Then you got substation. So people found a substation by the Panthers practice field too.
No way, they did.
They did.
Oh no, it's a thing.
So what's the list for the Panthers?
People get mad at the Bengals for practicing under a freeway. Not a subway station near a freeway.
Yep. I saw a funny clip of James Harrison on the Bengals Hard Knocks. It's like they had to cross the road to get to their practice field back then. I don't know if that's true these days, but it's like, dang,
they still do.
That's so ridiculous. I'm sorry. Is it in like Cincy proper?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in Cincy.
Okay. So that's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it's not like the beautiful enclosed Seahawks.
I mean, it's not like they have to hit like the button on and wait for the crosswalk to turn green. Like they block it off, but
it's still kind of goofy though.
Oh yeah, super goofy. But that's what happens when your entire facility is located in the stadium.
Yeah, that's surprising. Not many teams do that anymore. Yeah. You know why? It's because the Blackburns are cheap and won't pay for a fancy facility out in the suburbs.
That's true. That is true. But they love the city of Cincinnati.
What were the facility grades for the Bengals?
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, okay, never mind. I take that back a little bit. Their locker room got like A+. Like their locker room got super good reviews. Their like medical or not their training room got super good reviews. It was mostly the food, like the food court and stuff, and the chefs.
Okay.
And, like,
well, at least they don't have to pay like at the Cardinals.
Yeah, they don't have to pay extra. No, they don't have to do that. Just they got poor reviews and they didn't get a whole lot. Like I think they only got like 2 a day, whereas most teams were giving out 3.
Okay.
Which I'm like, you got an F for that, really?
See, that's not too bad then. So I guess just the location's goofy, but it's a fine facility.
But but like the locker room gets good reviews. Obviously, they have turf, so they got knocked for playing surface. But every team that has turf gets knocked for playing surface. The actual facilities like the locker room, training room, weight room, like all that got great reviews. Like way better than you'd expect for like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So the list for the Panthers, Substation East, they're going through it right now too. So what was it? It was
there's Nick Skorton.
Yeah,
it was
Thad
Chris
Dixon,
Brazzell, Xavier Lee. Thad Dixon's in New York Giants. Xavier Leggett today. Right tackle. I'm forgetting his name.
Moten.
Yep, Moten. Yeah. He had blood clots, so that's. I don't know if that's.
What's his name is Dave Canales is a Pete Carroll guy. I wonder if he calls it if they know to look for if he says it's a legit injury or not. That's the classic Pete Carroll coach speak right there. If it's legit, oh boy, he's gone.
He's gone.
And then Falcons, the quarterbacks are banged up already. two very injury-prone quarterbacks already banged up. Not good. They lost James Pierce Jr. for the year. Or no. Michael, who's it? Not Michael, the other one.
Oh, Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. Yeah, they lost Jalen Walker for the year. And, what's his name is, still seems like he's going to come back, James Pierce Jr. But, that was such a huge mess. What's crazy is the Saints are looking pretty squeaky clean right now. Not hearing much news about
other than Brian Bresee. Brian Bresee is really the only big one.
Is it a big one though?
He was good actually last year.
Okay,
he really started to turn it on.
I'm just a hater.
That's fair. You didn't like this prospect.
No, I did not. JJ McCarthy getting booed by fans.
Oh yeah, or apparently one fan yelled at, and it's like a teenager apparently yelled right behind the quarterbacks, "We hate you, JJ," and literally it got O'Connell turn around and kind of give him a mean mug. It's dang,
that's crazy, man, and he's not looking good either.
No, he's not. But also, man,
that's low.
Don't get me wrong, JJ doesn't seem like a good. He doesn't seem like the type of guy you'd want to get a beer. Don't get me wrong.
No.
This isn't me saying. At the end of the day, he's a human, though. That's got to suck.
That's disrespectful.
Your own fans cheer, "We hate you," at training camp. That's rough.
As much as I hated Gino, I'd never do that.
Yeah.
The one time I did scream to fire Dan Wilson when I was at a game. I booed Dan when he got announced, but
he deserves it.
He deserves a lot more than JJ. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ricky Pearsall. Did we talk about Ricky Pearsall?
Yeah, we did. Out for the year,
okay.
PCL.
Yeah. So I did some research actually on this.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking, I guess the Xavier Leggett news today makes it even better. Well, worse, but also better. I did a little research. I looked up every single wide receiver in the class drafted in 2024, which was heralded as going to be a fantastic wide receiver class. There's 35 names. You want to hear them?
Let's hear them.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh.
Malik Neighbors. I'll just say it right now. Malik Neighbors, when healthy, is by a pretty wide margin the best receiver I'm about to name. Yeah. When healthy is a kind of Rome Odunze.
Hey.
Fine. I'm not saying he's bad. He's not bad. Yeah. But he was drafted 9th overall, and he's a wide receiver too. Brian Thomas Jr., sophomore slump.
Yeah.
Inconsistent. Xavier Worthy, one-trick pony.
We knew about Xavier Worthy.
We knew. We knew that.
We said it then. It was ridiculous. He was a first-round pick.
Yep. Ricky Pearsall, cursed, genuinely cursed. Xavier Leggett, not very good, and now hurt. Keon Coleman. Do we even need to say anything for that one?
I love cookies.
Lad McConkey, fine player. Jalen Polk, rest in peace. We love you.
Oh, yeah, we talked about him
retired. We didn't talk about Jalen Polk.
Bummer,
he retired. That one sucks. A.D. Mitchell, probably one of your all-time draft hits, was saying he sucks.
Oh, yeah. Remember my joke? It turned out he was diabetic. I was like, that's why he did so bad in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Elijah Jackson put the clamps on him.
Oh, that's a good comment here. They're talking about substation. The Niners apparently planted trees in between the practice facility and the substation. All the trees died.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
What's up, John Hobbs? Welcome.
Malachi Corley. Did you see the Devontae Adams video about Malachi Corley?
No, I know that.
This is crazy. Okay, so
I know the situation with the number. I know about that.
Oh yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah, so Devontae Adams was on Taylor to One's podcast. Mm-hmm. He was talking about it. So when he gets traded to the Jets midseason, and he wants 17. So the first person he goes and he talks to Rodgers first, obviously, but the second person he goes and talks to is Malachi Corley, who was wearing 17 at the time. So he offers him $17,000 cash, and he's going to replace all the number 17 jerseys that his family might have purchased. And Malachi Corley said, like, and I don't remember the exact quote, but it was basically like, "Hey man, I've got all the respect for your game. You're a legend. I can't wait to work for you, but I'm going to need $1 million."
I'll say this.
By the way, Malachi Corley had played 4 snaps at this point in his career. So Devontae Adams apparently just laughed, went upstairs to Woody Johnson's office and got number 17 and never paid Corley a dime.
I'll say this. 17 grand's a little light, and here's why. If he wasn't going to also pay for all, so when you change your number, you have to buy out all the stock in fan jerseys.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
So if he wasn't going to do that, 17's a little light. I would have said 25.
Fair. I think it was 17 because the number 7. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
But 17's a little light.
And
but
sure,
$1 million's ridiculous. $1 million's ridiculous.
So I just think it's funny that
there's that classic Cam Newton one too. Jimmy Clausen. Cam Newton wanted number 2 because he worked through at Auburn. Jimmy Clausen wanted $1 million for it, and Cam's like, "Screw it, I'm going 1." And guess who never took another snap for the Panthers? Jimmy Clausen. And I can't think of Cam Newton not number 1.
I know. Now I can only picture him in number 1.
See, for you guys new to the pod, John Hobbs, I'm a big Cam Newton fan. I love Cam Newton because he always played with a smile on his face, and people gave him a bad rap. And it was like, well, I won't get controversial about it. I've said that my opinion on it before, but I love Cam Newton. Always played with a big smile and unique player. Man, I love Cam. Even though those Seahawks Panthers games were feisty, man. That was a fun little mini rivalry.
It's kind of funny because I feel like generally I'm like try to give players the benefit of the doubt, and you'll be a hater for some guys. I feel like we're reversed on Cam Newton because I'm a Cam Newton hater.
Oh, I love Cam Newton.
I'm a hater, but that's all right.
I'll say this:
I do respect his energy. I loved his energy, but
Cam Newton does some of the same antics as Gronk, and Gronk is beloved for it, and Cam Newton gets hate for it.
I thought Gronk was stupid too.
Well, that's at least you're consistent.
Exactly.
But
I don't hate Cam Newton for his antics. Like, don't get me wrong, they were stupid, but I can acknowledge he was having a fantastic time on the football field, and I loved that. I hate him because I thought he was overrated.
Yeah, that might be true, but you can say this: there's never been and never will be a player like him in his style.
That is true. Honestly, the closest thing we probably ever have is, Josh Allen is probably the closest.
Still not the
faster.
same though. Yeah, and bigger, like more muscled up.
True, that is true. Anyway, so Malachi Corley round out round 2, round 3. Roman Wilson. And I actually don't. Javon Baker, I think, was drafted in the 4th round, so I think I screwed some numbers up here. But anyways, Roman Wilson,
Javon Baker,
who's out of the league. These numbers are way off. Roman Wilson was drafted after Jermaine Burton. I don't know how these numbers got screwed up, but that's whatever. Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, Jermaine Burton. Yikes. Jalen McMillan's a good wide receiver 3.
What's Jermaine Burton doing right now?
Probably hitting the slots. I don't know.
Is he still on the Bengals?
No, they cut him mid-season last year.
Okay.
He got a tryout for the Bills and he didn't get picked up. So, gives you an idea. Luke McCaffrey. There you go.
I thought he'd be good, man. I thought he'd be good.
Troy Franklin, Tez Walker, who Ravens fans insist is like the truth. And okay. Jacob Cowing. Actually, kind of an interesting slot receiver, but
he just hasn't stayed healthy.
Shockingly, he's a 49ers receiver. Is hurt. Ever heard of that one?
Well, it doesn't help that he weighed like 150 pounds.
That's basically true. Jamari Thrash done nothing in Cleveland, and if he's even still there. Nia Smith, I know is not still in Philadelphia. Taywon Palmer, I wouldn't even been able to name him. Anthony Gold, old Oregon State.
Oh yeah.
I think he's still in Indy. Malik Washington, that's actually kind of interesting. Round 5 pickup in Miami. He's fine. Ryan Flournoy, wide receiver 3 in Dallas. Fine. Cornelius Johnson, Old Michigan receiver, done nothing. Devon Vele, drafted by Denver, obviously now in New Orleans. Yeah, these numbers are way. I don't know how these all got screwed up, but that's not important right now. Johnny Wilson, who I loved, and he's still in Philly, considering he was a 6th-round pick.
Wasn't he super tall?
Drafted you. Yeah, he's like 6'5", like 230 something. 6'5", 6'6", 230. So just insane body type for receiver.
That's
Casey Washington. He basically was tight end. Casey Washington, Bub Means, Jordan
Means. I remember him.
I guess Jordan Wington's wide receiver 3 in LA right now. So
he gets some run, but like he gets like no targets because of all the guys ahead of him.
Right. And then Taj Washington, Brendan Rice, and Marcus Rosemy-Jackson in Washington. Who, if you couldn't name Marcus Rosemy-Jackson, I wouldn't blame you. All that is to say, I was thinking about this. How many of those guys that I just listed would you take ahead of Jalen Coker, who was undrafted this year?
Not many.
Like maybe 3, 4. Neighbors when he's healthy. Adunze. Brian Thomas Jr. Probably Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
And that's probably it. That's 4.
That's crazy.
Oh man, I love the NFL draft. Let's see other news that we haven't talked about yet. Oh, we haven't talked about Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen at all. The one believes in us. Everyone keeps calling us a regression candidate bowl.
Oh my god, it's so
annoying. Funny because I think both of them are regression candidates. But it's like no one believes in us. No one believes in us. You open NFL.com and there's 15 pictures of Caleb Williams. And then Ben Johnson responds with, well, everyone in the media keeps calling us a regression candidate, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Why are they even talking about that?
I know. Why do you care? Why do you care?
Why do you interject
like,
yourself
honestly,
into
and
that
I
argument?
saw someone made a good point about this. If you're Liam Cohen, the only motivation you need is that you're the Jaguars head coach. No one's ever going to respect the Jaguars. Let's be honest.
No.
That's the only motivation you need. You don't need to bring in outside noise. You don't need to randomly bring up Caleb
Williams.
Williams.
The motivation you need is having a bad GM.
Yeah, there you go.
Having Nate Borkerger. Shock the world, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get it. You're trying to pump up your guys, but it just feels so phony when it's like, okay, we're having a victim off right now between two guys that were finalists for Coach of the Year last year.
You know, like they're having a mid off
right.
Victim off. Well, it's like
the NFL head coach version.
You know what's funny though? Like think about the guys who got hired this year. You know, like why am I just blanking right now? Todd Monken. Who are some of the kind of mid guys who got gigs this year? Todd Monken,
Mike McCarthy, Rob
Saleh. He's a solid. I don't know. I'm not convinced of him as a head coach. Clint Kubiak, I loved him, but I said it when he was hired. And I said it when his name started getting buzz. It's like I'm not sure he can be a head coach. Compared to Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, in the previous class, like that's tough. That's tough. There was when Clint Kubiak's like the premier offensive coach to hire, or one of who was the other premier offensive coaches?
Who were the other ones? I've still got the spreadsheet here of the ones that got coaches. Here we go. Head coach predictions: Mike LaFleur, Kevin Stefanski, retread, Jesse Minter,
Joe Brady. Todd Monken, John Harbaugh, great coach, but it's like so Clint Kubiak was the premier offensive mind of this cycle.
4
And
retreads.
I love Clint Kubiak, but like, I don't think he's in that stratosphere of elite offensive minds. He's a great OC. He's not an elite OC, I don't think.
So
we really
those,
hit and missed a lot.
The guys listed here, you got 4 retreads. You got 3 first-time offensive head coaches and 3 first-time defensive head coaches.
I think Minter's probably the class of this one, as much as I like Halfley.
Let's see, 4 retreads defense. Oh no, 4 first-time offensive coaches. Never mind. LaFleur, Brady, Monk, and Kubiak versus 2 was Minter and Halfley.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Watch Brian Fleury get a job next year. That'd be crazy.
What was that, Brian? Dan Pitcher.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
No, Dan Pitcher don't get a job. Dan Pitcher stay in Cincinnati. If the Bengals are good, I want Dan Pitcher to stay because that means Zach's staying too. Let's see.
Okay, Bengals. You're up.
Oh, yeah, so Bengals camp updates. Here we go. Before we get into Lions offseason stuff. Talked about so much stuff. I'm already blanking. Oh, so apparently, at least on offense, and this isn't saying Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow are bad now, to be clear. But the name that everybody keeps tweeting about out of the Bengals offense, it's Colby Young, the pick I didn't like. Everybody's loving this guy right now. They're saying, like, I mean, again, we'll see, but they're generally like saying like they just drafted another T. Higgins because I mean he's 6'5", 220. Like the body type is there. He's a jump ball guy with speed. It's like, yeah, the talent was there. He just couldn't stay healthy at Georgia. That was a big part of it. But apparently, like literally every single camp, there's like another highlight grab by Colby Young, and someone will post the video of it. It's like insane. Like literally like high pointing over 2 DBs, and I'm like, I just hope this doesn't mean our DBs suck. But then our DBs are like out here like putting clamps on like T. Higgins and Jamar. So I'm like, okay, no, I don't think our DBs suck. On that note, Brian Cook had his first like really big day of camp on Tuesday, I want to say. It was either Monday or Tuesday. They had a kind of like a competition day where they were doing a lot of like, 7-on-7, like tempo stuff, and then they would do like wide receiver versus DB one-on-ones. They would do O-line versus D-line one-on-ones, and apparently Brian Cook had a big day. Apparently the what they were saying is Cassius Howell is way too good to be playing with the twos right now, because he just looks fast, quick. Everything you see on his tape, he looks fantastic right now. Like he's going to get early snaps as a designated pass rusher. Landon Robinson apparently looks great as a pass rusher as well, but part of that is the fact that he's only been going up against twos, so we'll see. I would love nothing more than for Landon Robinson to take Chris Jenkins' job. If there's a way to keep both of them on the roster, sure.
They're not doing the same job though.
That's true. Yeah, Chris Jenkins more of a run stopper, and then Lane Robinson's more of a designated pass rusher. But like, if you can only keep 3 techs, well, no, if you can only keep 3 techs, which BJ Hill's going to be one of those guys.
Is Chris Jenkins a 3 tech though?
Yeah, I mean he can move around.
I thought he was
he's
a
not
tackle.
nose. No, he's not.
Okay, I thought he was a nose.
Yeah, so your 2 noses are going to be Sexy, Dexy, and TJ Slate. That's
okay
for sure. And then you could probably keep more. You could probably keep 5 D tackles, unless you want to eat into your edge rusher room a little bit, which possibility. But if you're keeping 5 D tackles, Jonathan Allen's going to be there. BJ Hill's going to be there.
I forgot about Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I forgot about.
Which leaves one spot for Chris Jenkins and Landon Robinson. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a lot more hype around Landon Robinson in training camp so far. So,
Landon Robinson's fun, man.
He is. He's a fun player. Obviously, he's going to have a very niche role, but he could be really good in that niche role. And I mean, and you could eat into the edge rusher room a little bit because right now it's like obviously
if you're playing odd, you'd want to.
Yeah. So Boy Mafe is going to be a starter. Miles Murphy is going to be a starter. Then you're probably looking. Oh, and by the way, they're talking. Boy Mafe had a huge, like a big weekend. Like they were talking him up a lot in some of the weekend practices. Let's see. So Boy is going to be there. Miles is going to be there. Shamar is going to be there. Cassius is going to be there. And it's like, would you rather? At that point, it genuinely becomes the question: would you rather keep both of Chris Jenkins and Landon Robinson, or do you drop one of those guys and lose like Cedric Johnson, who obviously not a name guy? Like I'm saying his name right now, and you probably aren't even registered.
I have no clue who
Cedric
he
Johnson.
is.
He's been like a solid, like rotational edge rusher for us. He was like a 7th round pick in 2024. That's actually been pretty good when he's been called upon. Me personally, if I was the one making the cuts, well, I'd see if I could get a trade for Chris Jenkins, if I'm being honest. But if I had to make the cuts, I'd probably rather keep Cedric Johnson than Chris Jenkins. But that's just me. I don't think that's the decision the Bengals would end up making. My fear, though, is that they're going to make the decision to cut Landon Robinson because I think of those 3 guys, he's the one I'd most want to keep. But we'll see. We'll see. Not that it matters a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but like almost every single post on Bengals social media in some way, shape, or form features Landon Robinson. So I'm like, please tell me you're not just hyping up a guy that you're going to end up cutting anyways, because the social department and the people that make roster decisions are obviously very, in tune on stuff like that. Obviously, I say sarcastically, but like, man, you can't hype him up all off season. You can't be like, you can't put him as like the headliner on all these like rookie.
Maybe
like,
he gets stashed on the practice squad though.
Yeah, true. Maybe he's niche enough that you could stash him on the practice. I think you could stash Cedric Johnson on the practice squad because I don't think he's got like a huge name around the league. I mean, like you just said, you never heard of him before. So
yeah.
Trying to think. What else? I already said Brian Cook had his first really big day at camp. DJ Turner looks awesome. He's going to get paid here soon, it sounds like.
Is he doing a hold in at all or no?
No, he's just practicing. He's going for it. Yeah. Yeah, he literally said like the reporters were asking him like when he reported, he was like, are you gonna hold in or are you gonna hold out? Like, or obviously he reported, so he wasn't gonna hold out. Like they're asking him like what's your practice situation? He's like, I'm full for practice, I'm healthy. And didn't even mention the contract at all. He's like, my agent handles that. I'm healthy, I'm practicing.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what you like to hear.
Yeah. Offensively, like you kind of talked about earlier, everybody's talking up Amarius Mims right now. Other than Colby Young, the other star so far, that other than the actual stars, Eric All. Everybody's loving Eric All right now. I think he might. I mean, pending health, he's probably going to be their tight end 1. Honestly, when the season rolls around, with the caveat that Mike Gesicki is really more of a slot receiver. Chase Brown, apparently they're trying to move him around the offense a little bit. So they've been doing that a little bit with ever since Pitcher took over as OC. They've been doing that a lot with Jamar, like moving him around, putting him in the backfield, putting him in the slot, getting him in motion, trying to do all sorts of funky stuff with him. And they're starting to do that with Chase Brown too, which I think is interesting. Like just really going for it, which I love. I love the creativity. There was a big stink was made in the offseason that the Bengals suck from under center. So that was a big thing that they've been doing, all the camp videos, whole lot of under center stuff. Some of it doesn't look so hot, but that's okay because it's literally less than 2 weeks into training camp.
I saw that one where he got sacked real quick, and that receiver did a horrible job on the sift route. Is what I like to call it, arrow sift, whatever what I want to call it. And they were like blaming like the OT or bro. It's like, oh, that was the receiver. He like stumbled through it. Then that goofy little ball fake that went viral today. We are less than a week into training camp. I don't really care that their under center stuff doesn't look great right now because guess what? They were like
99% out of shotgun last year. It's probably not going to look good when you try to install a new wrinkle week 1.
What's the problem? What's the problem, shotgun boy? Ever tried under center before?
That's basically exactly it. Ever tried turning your back to a defense before? But Joe Burrow is the smartest quarterback in the NFL. I have faith that he'll be able to figure it out when the time comes.
Don't you mean Geno Smith?
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other things coming out of Bengals camp that's worth noting. Doc's all line. No, that's pretty much it. That's all
right. So I'm going to mainly talk about Hard Knocks because that's going to sum up most of what's going on in training camp anyways. So the intro to Hard Knocks is at the ring ceremony, which is not something you see at Hard Knocks ever. It's funny. I think I saw comments like, it sucks. We don't get to watch dysfunctional drama at Hard Knocks this year. You see a functioning team. Sam Darnold, when he opened his ring box, the ring fell to the ground.
Oh, that's bad omen. Jeez.
I know. So I got chills when the music started. Why am I blanking on the beat of it? But when the music starts suddenly and then it gets to the intro, that was just straight up chills. Shows Derek Hall riding his lifted trucks in the intro. Team meeting, very cool. It's got to see Spoon talk about his contract, and it's kind of the same thing as DJ Turner. He's there, he's practicing, he's not worried about his agent taking care of it, but he wants to be paid, and he will be. I don't think anyone's worried about that. Let's see, any interesting things that happened other than Mike. I don't know if you saw the Nick and Minori Mike McDonald conversation.
Oh, I did. That you sent to me, yeah.
Yeah, and he still has that thing from Rex Ryan. This new hotshot coordinator stinks. And then someone found that video and then put what Rex Ryan said the morning after the Super Bowl next to each other. It's pretty funny. Jadarian Price got a lot of hype. He's looking really good. I'll say this, throughout camp, the offense has been really good ahead of the defense, which is surprising, especially with the new OC. But the offense,
especially just camp in general, typically favors defense.
Yeah. So the offense has been looking really good. Especially,
I want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just watching the Joe Burrow video. The receiver that you called out was Colby Young. Anyways, get back to it.
Yeah, suck it, Colby Young. Where was I? So like Sam Darnold has a lot more chemistry with Rashid Shaheed now, which is really good. It's always like kind of a step off, except against the Rams. Cooper Kupp has been looking a lot healthier. Jalen Milrow has been doing well, but yeah, there's a big segment about Jadarian Price, how he was running. There was this really funny segment of Thomas Hammock, the Seahawks' new running back coach, yelling at the running backs in a meeting and doing like mad about them dancing in the hole. Like, he's going like that, It's I'd advise to find it though. It's pretty funny. What else? Oh yeah, they panned down, on the beautiful VMAC out in the sunny day. Had images of eagles. The Blue Angels were going over practice one of the days, and it ended with like the camera going in the Blue Angels during that. That's how they sent off the episode. The one thing of John Schneider's office was saying that Rappaport leaked something that wasn't true about Spoon, and he called Rappaport to yell at him. They didn't show the call, though. There's 2 fights midway through, and Mike McDonald wasn't mad about the fights. He was mad about them wasting time, which is very Mike McDonald. Got a lot, like, it's pretty clear, Beau. I remember we talked about who we think the star of Hard Knocks was going to be. The star is going to be Mike McDonald. He was just so cool to watch. We got one play call out of him. We got a pound. It was pound something. I forget what the coverage was. 2 fights first, and they showed them out of order of how they actually happened. But in how they aired it, Connor O'Toole and Bobby Hart got in a little scuffle.
Bobby Hart.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And then the big one that happened was there was like some pushing and shoving, and then Derek Hall takes Bryce Cable dude, puts his arm around his neck and throws him to the ground, and that caused a big fight. And Brady Russell said to Derek Hall, "You've changed ever since you got money." And Mike McDonald, like Ed and Dirty and Mike McDonald were talking, and it's funny hearing Ed and Dirty talk with the British accent, you know. And Mike did not like how Derek Hall did that. And he's like, yeah, and then Dirty talked about Brady Russell, and then Mike McDonald went up to Brady Russell and was like, "Don't you think that was a little uncalled for?" And that gives a very cultish, like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll hug him up." You know, It was just very cultish almost. The team meetings were really cool. Spoon got some time. Not much on JSN. Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp got a lot of time. Showed Cooper Kupp coaching up guys. Cooper Kupp talking about going to the Kelsey Swift wedding. I didn't even realize he went. Got a lot of shots of Robbie Oots, but not him talking, which I'm very upset about. What else? What am I missing? Oh yeah, and they showed the first day in pads, and that was a lot of fun. And they had a big montage of getting padded up, but it was excellent. It was so cool. It was just cool to get to. It's like the most I've ever heard Mike McDonald talk casually, not at a press conference setting. So that was really cool, and saw that there's definitely a lot more to him. Some cool stuff on Mike McDonald with his wife and son at practice, at the facility, of course, not at home. He only spends 30 minutes a night with them. And they have another kid on the way. This is what got revealed.
Oh, wow. Super Bowl baby.
Probably. Oh, my God. You nailed it. You nailed it. It was right after Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was about it. Stories. Yeah. Oh, guess who the first shot of the player in the intro is, in the title sequences? You won't get this. It's a receiver. I'll give you that.
Jake Bobo.
Ricky White.
Dang it.
I know. You never would have gotten that. You never would have gotten
Dude,
that.
he was on the practice squad for most last year. That's crazy.
I love Ricky White, though.
I liked him as a prospect.
It's such a stacked team that it's so hard, man. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, but that's about it. And then offense is ahead of the defense for sure right now, which is crazy to think about. Which I hope the defense doesn't start sucking. But I think, in a time when you can't really touch the quarterback, Sam Darnold's more comfortable in the system and more comfortable going up against Mike McDonald's defense every day. I can kind of see that happening. But yeah, hey, shout out to Fleury, man. Maybe he's good. We'll see. Yeah, that's our Hard Knocks report. So shall we get into the picks? We are an hour in.
Let's do it. That's right. One more thing from Bengals camp that I forgot to mention. This is a fun quote. So I know on the last pod we talked about Dexter Lawrence already and how he's looks awesome and he's blowing up practices. Well, they were interviewing Jamar on Monday, I want to say, and he basically just echoed it and said he's been terrorizing practice. Like literally, quote, he's been terrorizing practice. Which, when your wide receiver is saying that about your nose tackle, that's like, oh shit, this is like the dude. So I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Are they going to do like the stuff that they did to Halliburton? Those edits.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's what he's doing. Alrighty. The Detroit Lions, the last place team in the NFC North last year, shockingly went from first to worst. Now, their version of first to worst is not unlike the 2023 Bengals first to worst, where they still went 9-8. They just happened to be in a division with three other teams that had winning records. And both of those teams dealt with insane injuries. Now, maybe not good precedent for the future Lions that the Bengals proceed to miss the playoffs the 2 years after that. So hopefully it doesn't end up that way for Detroit. But we'll see. Let's look at how this roster's looking right now. They lost a lot in the offseason from a quantity standpoint. From a quality standpoint, it's a little hit or miss. David Montgomery, that's a big loss. Trade him to the Texans. only got Juice Scruggs and like a 5th-round pick for him. Who Juice Scruggs not going to start for you, so that's not great. Khalif Raymond goes to the Bears. He was a good role player for you. That hurts. Dan Skipper, extra lineman legend, line up tight end. He retires. Taylor Decker's gone. Let's see. Graham Glasnow's gone. Tristan Clone recently retired as well. Marcus Davenport's gone. Al-Qadina Muhammad, who I want to say might have been their leading sacker last year, actually.
I think so. Yeah.
He went to the
Muhammad.
He went to the Bucks. Roy Lopez went to the Cardinals.
I thought Josh Paschal would be a dog, man.
DJ Reader, after a uneventful 2-year stint, Detroit goes to the Giants to try to reclaim some of that Cincinnati magic. Alex Anzalone.
Shocking. Thought he'd go to the Jets.
Yeah. Grant Stewart's gone. Terrion Arnold, obviously, that's been in the news. We haven't talked about that a whole lot. Yeah, he's gone. 1st-round pick from just 2 years ago, already off the team for legal issues. And if we're being honest, his play wasn't exceptional even before that. Dale Mills. Amik Robertson goes to the Commies.
I remember when Amik Robertson, it's like, I'm going to guard JJ. I played him since I was a kid. And out of nowhere, he put the clamps on him for some reason.
Dude, Amik Robertson
that was crazy.
Dude, he was such a
that was
prospect.
crazy.
He was good in Vegas, too. He had good years in Vegas.
It was crazy that came out of nowhere, though. That was just funny.
Yeah. As far as their offseason additions,
Teddy's back.
Isaiah Pacheco, there's your David Montgomery replacement. 1 year, $1.8 million for a guy that was like a key piece in multiple Super Bowl teams is kind of crazy. Just kind of shows the fall off he's had over the past 2 years or so. Greg Dortch is a fun piece they bring over from Arizona. Cade Mays, very solid center from Carolina. They signed him for 3 years, $25 million. Larry Borum, solid rotational O lineman. Juice Scruggs mentioned him. DJ Wanham, 1 year, $6 million. Another guy from Carolina that had a very nice year. They're taking Panthers and making them Lions right now.
Still Cats.
That's right. Jay Tufele, Joe Bacci, a couple former Bengals right there, actually. That's funny. I didn't even notice. Jack Campbell, they signed him to a big deal. Ooh, we got a monsoon going on outside. That's some crazy rain right now. Oh, really? Yeah. I just was like, what's that noise? And I just realized it's just a ton of rain on the window.
It's smoky as hell out here.
Yeah. Malcolm Rodriguez they brought back, fan favorite.
Rodrigo.
Marcus Union brought back. Christian Izzian signed from Tampa. Yeah. Not a bunch of big name veterans coming to not bad players. Like I think Cade Mays is a good player. DJ Wanham's a really good player. Isaiah Pacheco, if you're gonna lock what he once had, solid. But definitely not a banner off season.
I mean, it's not like they can afford a banner off season now.
True. That is true. Now they stress they did sign Aiden Hutchinson to a huge contract right before last season started. So there's that to take consideration. Their draft, we were kind of fine iffy on. Blake Miller, I think we both considered to be pretty big reach at 17 overall.
There weren't many good options where they were, unfortunately for them, because that tackle run.
Yep. Derek Moore in the second. I like Derek Moore a little bit more than you did, I think. So at 44, I thought
I was fine with him. I was fine with him there.
Yeah. Jimmy Roller, very high for Jimmy Roller, in my opinion. However, they turned it around. Keith Abney.
Really good ad right there.
Fantastic value.
Great roller skater.
Great roller skater. Really good nickel corner, too. I mean, that can be your step in Amik Robertson replacement for sure.
I really like Kendrick Law.
Yep. Yeah, he's a fun player. Skylar Gill Howard, Tyre West, and fine on both those guys. Nothing too crazy there. Not crazy reaches. I mean, at 222, it's sort of whatever.
Yeah.
205. Yeah, take a nose or D tackle and 6 picks ahead of consensus. That's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of up and down draft. We gave it a B- overall, which looking at it right now, it looks like about B- draft. There's some guys I liked in there. Cedric Wilson's with was Cedric Wilson listed on the offseason additions? He was not. Man, we missed out on that. Okay, Cedric Wilson, you are a Detroit Lion. Okay, now we've talked about it. All right, so this team right now, obviously, Jared Goff's still the quarterback. Teddy backing up. Jahmyr Gibbs with Isaiah Pacheco is kind of your spell back now, which probably a downgrade from David Montgomery, unless you get like 2022 Isaiah Pacheco to come back. See on that.
Yeah, I think they, it's not like Montgomery was amazing last year, but they could do better than him.
Yeah.
Or better
receivers.
Than
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Receivers, obviously, Amon-Ra and J-Mo are going to be your top 2 guys. Although Isaac Tesla, like we talked about, he made some plays as a rookie.
He did.
Plus, you got Drake Dortch, who's kind of a fun gadget piece in there as your wide receiver 4. That can be fun. Cedric Wilson's not far removed from being a good player in Dallas, so we'll see if he can unlock that a little bit. Tight end, obviously, it's still Sam Laporta, although there's rumors he could be a trade piece because he's up for a new contract this year, and it doesn't sound like they're going to engage in that too much.
That's crazy that they gave Jack Campbell a new contract and not Laporta.
Yeah. We'll see. Brock Wright, who feels like he's been there forever, is their tight end 2. Tyler Conklin's there, but he's hurt right now. Offensive line, they got Sewell. They moved over from right side to the left side, so I'm sure that's going to be fine. What's up?
Bye-bye, Taylor Decker.
Oh, Taylor Decker. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. Inside, to fill the Sewell spot, they just slot in first-round Blake Miller. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd probably rather have him than Larry Bourne.
Well, Hargreaves been good for them when he's healthy, but he hasn't stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Cade Mays is better than what they had.
Center. I like him. Yeah.
Compared to what they had behind Ragnow, with Ragnow's injury and coming back and not coming back, that'll be a stabilizing force. Rutledge had a good rookie year. Blake Miller is a question mark, but it's very different from that dominant O-line that was there for years and years and years.
Yes, this is definitely not the O-line that we got used to over, the 2023, 2024 that were just mauling dudes. It looks a lot different now. Now, will it be bad? I don't know, because, again, obviously Sewell's amazing. Mahogany, when he's healthy, is good. I really like Cade Mays. Right guard, I think you're set. And Blake Miller, we'll see. But if he hits, then
the interesting thing about Blake Miller, I saw him as his zone tackle. That's very much not. Oh, am I breaking up? I see my camera's slow.
No, you're good on my end.
Okay. My audio's good? Okay, good. I saw Blake Miller as a zone tackle, so it's an interesting fit. But I think it's an upgrade over last year with what they dealt with a lot of the injury situations. If they can stay healthy, I think that's a better overall line.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sione Vaki could be the spell back for Gibbs more than Pacheco this year, maybe.
I can see it. Kendrick Ball's already hurt. That's too bad. Defensively, obviously Hutch is your number 1 edge rusher. DJ Wanham now on the other side of him, which they kind of keep kicking guys in and out of that opposite Aiden Hutchinson role.
They don't get him a running buddy ever, which is
it was Marcus Davenport for a few years, and now it's DJ Wanham. I like DJ Wanham too. Like, I think he can fill that role, but they only got him a 1-year deal. So
they have no depth on the D line. They don't blitz.
Peyton Turner. Hey, look at that. Peyton Turner, former first-round pick. There he is. Derek Moore's other edge rusher here. Interior D-line, I like the pieces. Aleem McNeil's a really good player. Tyleik Williams, and a fine rookie year. Levi O's still kicking. When he's healthy, he's good.
He just can't stay healthy. Yeah.
So, the defense line, there's pieces there. There are definitely pieces. Linebacker-wise, You're looking at Campbell and or Malcolm Rodriguez, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, all playing roles there. Devin White's in Detroit now. I didn't know that. That's fun. Jimmy Rolders here, of course. Just looks a lot less deep now that Anzalone's gone. Like, yeah, you only really they were like 4 deep at starting caliber linebackers, which is weird enough because a lot of teams aren't even 3 deep there.
Not even 2.
Yeah. Cincinnati, we're not even 1. Apparently, Demetrius Knight's having a good game, so we'll see.
Okay.
Let's see. Corner. Oh man, I like AJ Reed still.
This
whole
secondary is just
this secondary is rough. If Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are hurt,
they're not going to be healthy to start. They're not.
Given their this is a rough secondary. I'm not gonna lie.
And they already asked them to do a ton. Like they don't have a good schematic defense. Honestly, they play a 4-4-3.
Rough.
They don't blitz. They play a lot of man. They get eaten up.
Man, I thought we were going to get on here and talk about how the Lions can come back. I think the Lions might suck this year.
I never thought they were going to come back. I think they're dealing with attrition of money, not drafting the best the past few years. What happens to many, many teams.
And not having an elite quarterback. That doesn't help either. Like the teams that are able to survive it, like the early 2020s Chiefs, they're the ones that usually have elite quarterbacks.
It's like
now we do.
Oh, and they were relying on an already old O-line too. That was the identity of the team, and 3 of them retired basically. I know Decker's not retired, but basically is. Ragnar's gone, Glasgow's gone. Like that's what's going to happen.
So the good news for Detroit is we got them at 2-0 before we pick a single game.
All right. Honestly, the
neutral news
looking
there is
favorably.
those games are against the Cardinals and the Giants.
Hey, they got a game against the Saints and the Jets. Okay, they're looking all right.
I don't know. I think the Saints might give them a run for their money in Week 1.
Week
one's
one?
weird, man.
Week one?
I'm not saying the Saints will win. Like I'm thinking I'm gonna pick the Lions.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see
The
that.
Saints will get.
I'm a shock.
That game's gonna be closer than people think it will be.
Yeah, I agree. I'd take the Saints favored.
Mm-hmm.
Lose to the Bills.
I think the Bills are gonna run. Yeah. They'll beat the Jets, so they'll be 2-1 here. I think they lose to the Panthers on Sunday night.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a little
rising Panthers.
They are beat up, but we'll see. We'll see. I think they're good enough to beat the Lions though. So going into their bye week, they're 3-2 with wins over the Saints, Jets, and Cardinals. Hell yeah! Talk about confidence boosting wins there.
I think they come out of the Packers and the Vikings.
I don't know. They got swept, and neither game was like particularly close last.
I believe. I think they'll.
All right. We'll give them.
And they're coming off the bye. They're coming off the bye too.
All right, fair enough. They do have an easy schedule, so that makes me think maybe. Okay.
I think they'll split the Vikings as well. They'll beat the Dolphins.
I think they lose to the Pats.
Yeah.
I think they lose to the Bucks.
I think so too.
I think they lose to the Bears.
Well, guess what? It's on Thanksgiving.
Oh, but that's
lose.
But they always lose. Yeah, they always lose on Thanksgiving.
Wait, is that Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving.
Yep. Yeah. No, they always lose.
Yep. They'll beat the Falcons and they'll beat the Titans.
Yep. They're gonna lose
to
the Vikings.
Hard from this last place schedule though. Yeah, lose to the Vikings.
Lose to the Packers.
My goodness.
Swept by the Bears.
I think they get swept by the Bears. Yeah, which finishes them at 9-8.
Hey, winning record. Attaboy, Danny.
You know what? Honestly, that's looking at this schedule. That seems about right.
Yeah,
this is such an easy schedule.
Yeah, they got a lot of bottom feeders here.
My goodness, how many teams get to say they play the
Giants, the Titans, the Dolphins,
the Falcons, the Dolphins earlier in the year, the Cardinals,
the Cardinals,
the Jets.
The Saints.
Holy crap! There's like so many gimmies, and like the Saints. Like I was thinking about that one too. Like holy crap, the Lions are gonna coast. My goodness, what a year to have a 4th place schedule in the NFC West, or the NFC. Wait, what is the 4th place schedule in the NFC? It'll be the Cardinals, it'll be the Giants, the Lions, and the
Falcons. No, Saints.
Saints. Yeah, Saints. So, Saints. hardest team on that list, honestly. Alrighty. Shall we talk? Speaking of 9 and 8, it's time to talk about 9.
Nice.
Oh, JJ. So we got the Vikings at 1 and 3 before we pick a game. Let's talk about how the talent they surrounded JJ with. Starting with the talent they put in the quarterback room with him, Kyler Murray. No, we'll talk about Kyler when we get to additions. What they lost: Tyler Chandler went to the Saints. Okay. CJ Ham, longtime Viking, retired. Yeah. Jalen Naylor, who emerged as a really good wide receiver 3 for them, actually. Got a solid contract in Vegas.
Yeah, no, when Iran made that thing that they put a $10 million bounty on Trump, they're like, that's Jalen Naylor money.
I know, right? Let's see. Ryan Kelly retired after they signed him to a solid contract last offseason.
They did.
They got 1 year out of him, and he retired.
Fries, yeah.
Yeah. And they remembered too, they made a big deal. They signed Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave on like the same day last offseason, and then they cut him on the same day this offseason. Jonathan Grenard got traded to the Eagles.
Tough loss.
Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, obviously both those guys.
But I feel like you could just bring in bums to that Flores defense and find production.
Mm-hmm. Although I will say, and a point got made here, like Jonathan Allen's production, and obviously I'm talking about this from a Bengals perspective. By the way, Jonathan Allen apparently looks really good in camp. They're talking about like the D tackle position, just the way that Flores uses it. It's like the one position that
does not get any production.
It always looks bad in a Flores.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Jeff Okudah, big loss. Harrison Smith. Have they not re-signed her? Is he just
I thought
gone?
they did.
I thought they did. Is he just
that can't be right
now. Hold on. Is he just a free agent right now? Because
I
don't think he officially retired either, did he? Am I forgetting that?
He's with the Vikings.
Yeah, no, he's with the Vikings. Okay, that's
yeah.
Wait, hold on. No, this was an article from 3 hours ago. Aside from the QB competition, another storyline is whether Harrison Smith will return to play at this 2026 season. So it sounds like they don't even know if he's back right now. So that's interesting. All right, maybe he's just doing the I'm not coming back till after training camp. I know I'll have a spot and I know I'll have a locker when I'm ready to come back. So I'm just not going to participate in training camp. Which, you know what? You're a 15-year vet. Do it, man. Respect. It's crazy that players drafted in 2012 are 15-year vets. Like, that doesn't even feel real.
I can't believe that. He's been around way longer than Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas have retired, you know?
Yeah.
And
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, Cam Newton's been, like, working for ESPN for multiple years. And he was the same draft class as Andy Dalton, who's still out there. He's still collecting quarterback contracts. All right. So what Minnesota brought in? Obviously, Kyler. We talked about that. Upgraded the quarterback position. Yeah, 1. Got 9. You got 1. Mercenary deal, 1 year vet minimum.
It's funny how that's becoming a thing after so many bad big quarterback contracts, and it's going to keep being a thing.
Yep. They brought Carson Wentz back to be the backup as well. Aaron Jones still kicking. Jawan Jennings, there you go. There's your Jalen Naylor wide receiver 3 replacement.
Bum.
Jawan Jennings, good.
Total bum.
He's a good wide receiver 3. Ryan Vandermark. Okay.
Good name for a Viking.
It's a great name for a Viking, actually. You're right. I sorry I disrespected you there for a second, Ryan. James Spear, who had a nice year in Pittsburgh, actually, comes in 2 years, $8.5 million, to stabilize a little bit of that corner room. Tavir Thomas, your favorite punter in the world, Johnny Hecker.
Hate him. Hate him so much.
Dude, you just
Screw
hate
Bothell.
the Vikings
Screw
signings. You just-
Bothell. It's people I don't like.
I know, it's just a bunch of dudes you freaking hate. It's hilarious. I love it. All right. Their draft. We did not like their draft.
I was a Caleb Banks fan, to be fair.
Yeah, but this is early for him.
I was not a big Jake Golday fan like you, though.
I love Jake Golday. This is by far my favorite pick they made. I love Jake Golday.
Crazy that they took Big Citrus and Caleb Banks.
I know. It's like, let's just get a bunch of nose tackles. Why not? One of them will hit.
When they have a good one.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know.
Max Bredesen.
Caleb Tiernan, I think, is going to be a solid swing tackle for a team. I'm just like, why are you drafting a swing tackle at 97 overall? Jacoby Thomas, way early on him. There were better DBs available, better safeties available. You drafted a fullback at 159.
I think that's around where we took Robbie Utes. Max Bredesen is a really good fullback, to be fair.
He is. Don't get me wrong. There's no way you drafted Robbie Utes.
We took him in the 6th or the 5th. One of those two.
What did Robbie Utes? Holy crap! Yeah, one.
Got you.
I take back everything I've ever said positive about John Schneider. And then just a couple. I was going to say
Charles Demmings.
I do like Damon Claiborne. He's fun.
Minus 272 in this with their 7th round pick.
That's not great. That's not great. What
was Borkircher's minus?
Borkircher's minus?
How far?
Well, he at least had draftable grades, so I can't imagine it'll be that low. Minus 106 in the 2nd round. Because you got to remember, in the 7th
Look
round,
at Parker Hughes, minus 502.
Oh, brutal. Dude, Jacksonville's draft. Well, I can't wait to the AFC South episode.
Minus
370. Minus 370.
Minus 502, though. Minus 502.
Minus 502.
Hey, Durfee's pick doesn't look so bad now, huh?
Yeah, Durfee picking the sandwich there in the middle is not too terrible. Minus 106 on your first pick is so bad.
That shocked the world.
Dude, and it's funny they have no yellow picks. It's all red.
We only had one guy on our horizontal board that they drafted.
Well, actually, it's funny. Josh Cameron apparently is getting good reviews in Jacksonville camp, from what I've heard. They got to justify one of their 2 greens.
11 picks, or 10 picks. Only one of them on the consensus board.
That's insane. Holy crap, dude. What a joke of a draft. This isn't the AFC South episode.
I cannot wait to talk about that.
Oh, it's gonna
and they lost Devin Lloyd.
Uh-oh. Keyshawn, what did I do here? Oop. What did I do? Where's I did a oopsie here. What pick was Keyshawn Elliott?
I'll look it up. I got you.
Oh, thanks. I guess this is the NFC North.
166.
166. Perfect. There we go. All right. And it was a green pick too. Good for Chicago. Okay. Look at that. All right. Minnesota's depth chart. We talked enough smack about their offseason. Man, it's a rough offseason for the NFC North. It's okay. When we get to the offseason champ, Chicago Bears as our friend Daniel Elizabeth likes to call them. Well, they'll pick it up. So here we go. Tyler, you're the man now. For good reason. You're a much better player than JJ.
I believe in Max Brosmer. I can't believe he did Will Levis in the Seahawks game.
Incredible. Aaron Jones still a starter. Jordan Mason's still kicking around as well. Max Brosman, that we got fullback listed. Let's go.
Well, I mean, hey, he's going to be the next 15-year fullback at Minnesota. Not CJ Ham.
That's true. They love their fullback, CJ Ham to Max Bredesen. That's true. If you're going to draft a fullback, Max Bredesen's not a bad pick. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, one of the best 1-2 combos in the league. Juwan Jennings is wide receiver 3. I know you hate him. He's a good wide receiver 3.
He's a good blocker. That's about it.
One of the best tackle combos in the game as well. Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. Love their tackles. The interior, Donovan Jackson was a rookie last year, had some ups and downs, but I like the player. Will Freeze signed a big contract in Minnesota and Indy. Didn't look so hot as first year in Minnesota. And then Blake Brandel. It's not great, Bob. Not great, Bob. But it's okay because they got -50 whatever Gavin Gerhardt. What was it? Or no, that was Parker Hughes. -272 Gavin Gerhardt there, ready to take up the wings. So here you go. There's your offense. Oh, tight end. We didn't talk about TJ Hawkinson. And honestly, Josh Oliver is a tight end too. It's also a good option for you as well. And the defense. Obviously, Brian Flores defense. So take this front three with a grain of salt. Although there's names I like. I like Caleb Banks if he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jalen Redmond a lot.
Jalen Redmond's really good.
He's very, very good. Give me Big Citrus as that nose tackle position.
Yeah.
Come on. No disrespect to Levi Drake Rodriguez, but give me Big Citrus in there.
He's gonna be Big Grape when he's there.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. Edge rushers, Dallas Turner, Andrew Van Ginkel. Dallas Turner really came on last year. He took a sophomore leap, which was great to see. He's a really good player. And Andrew Van Ginkel kicking it.
Andrew Van Ginkel is just insane getting interceptions.
The ultimate Brian Flores edge rusher.
Yeah,
he's that guy. Eric Wilson, Blake Cashman. Blake Cashman's starting to hit a little bit of a age 30, not the player he once was.
Ivan Pace probably going to be taking a lot more of his snaps. Hey, they got Jamal Adams.
Ivan Pace, a good player. Jake Golday, love me some.
See,
Jake
they
Golday.
added another person I hate, Beau. They added Jamal.
This is your least favorite team ever.
God, horrible.
Let's see, a corner, James Pierre, Isaiah Rodgers, who had literally, I think, the best game ever charted by the Bengals because Jake Browning decided to just be
He did the Rayman. He did the Patrick Star Rayman. Here you go.
Yeah, genuine, like insane. Like I think he literally had like a 99.5 PFF grade. It was wild. Byron Murphy, fantastic corner as well, still kicking it there. Safeties, Jay Ward, Josh Metellus. Josh Metellus is a good player.
You know how I like Josh Metellus a lot. Like, you're seeing this depth chart, and it's like it's going to be so different than what we see.
Yeah, and I'm also Harrison Smith's probably going to step in where they got Jay Ward right now. To be fair. And yeah, that's the Vikings. I think if you're looking at sore spots, I think the interior offensive line is concerning. I think the quarterback position is definitely concerning. Although again, I'm more or less high on Kyler. I think he can do some fun stuff in this offense, but we'll see. That front three is not fantastic. Like there's pieces I like there, but it's a Brian Flores defense, so the front three is never going to be fantastic. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
I think the secondary's got a couple pieces, but also a couple things I'm concerned with. Like James Pierre was horrible for a long time and then had one big year in Pittsburgh and turned that into a starting contract in Minnesota. See how that works out. Isaiah Rodgers has been up and down. We talked about one of his ups. He had a big up. We'll see if he comes back down. Byron Murphy, good player, multiple years now in Minnesota. I think he's going to stick around, and like Josh Metellus. So defensively, there's definitely pieces. I think the overall construction of the secondary gives me a couple questions, though.
Yeah, I feel that, but we know that Flores is going to work some devil magic on them.
That is very true. And that brings us to, and you do have to remember this offseason, they didn't have a GM until like June.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they fired Kwesi and they had, what's his name? They're like Brzezinski, who's been there forever as like interim GM. Like they fired Kwesi Stoli.
So-
They fired him after the Super Bowl. They fired him after the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. So Minnesota right now 1-3, losses to San Francisco, Detroit, and Washington, but a win over the Lions as well. Week 1 playing the Packers. This Packers are this is the most obvious Packers win ever.
I agree.
I also think they lose to the Bears.
Mm-hmm. I think they'll beat the Bucks.
I don't know. September.
September. I'm just pretty low on the Bucks this year.
I am low. I'm low on the Bucks too, but September in Tampa.
That's a good point.
I'm also low on the Vikings.
I don't think they're going to go 0-3 though. I think they'll beat
That's
the
fair.
Bucks.
All right. They'll steal one. And I think they're going to beat the Dolphins too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lose in the Superdome. I think this is the first Saints win.
All right.
No, we got that Saints too. What am I talking about? But I do think they'll lose in the Superdome.
I think we have them beating the Cardinals too.
Yeah. They get the Colts
off a bye.
I like the Vikings in that one.
Yeah. Lose to the Bills.
So the Bills. I think they get swept by the Packers.
Yeah. Okay. Beat the Falcons.
Beat the Falcons. Yeah, I'm fine with that one. Panthers.
Lose to the Panthers.
Yeah. Lose to the Patriots.
Beat the Jets.
Beat the Jets. I think they can beat the Bears.
Okay.
Are you? Oh, let's see. Where are they at? Do they need this one? 6-10. It doesn't matter for them.
Swept. I think the Bears are going to be really good.
Me too. 6-11. Whew. Not great, Bob.
I'm not surprised, honestly. There's some team's construction issues there.
Me neither. Does Kevin O'Connell get fired? 6-11.
Maybe. His seat will be much warmer. How about that?
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right.
The Pack.
Well, from a warm seat to a frozen tundra.
Nice. That's an NFL
Gotta
Films level transition. That's an NFL Films level transition right there. They love saying frozen tundra. They love saying
They love their frozen tundra. Not a very busy offseason in Green Bay, which considering they didn't I was about to say they didn't win the division for the first time in a while, but then I remember, wait, no, Detroit won the division in 23 and 24. Chicago won in 25.
When's the last time they won their division?
They won in 22? I don't even remember. They didn't. No, Minnesota won in 22. The Green Bay Packers are the least recent team, or they have the longest NFC North title drought in the division.
That's surprising.
I know. When's the last time that was the case? I mean, it was like
late 80s,
the
early
Lions
90s,
went like
maybe.
30 years without winning the division. It must have been. Well, the Lions went like 30 years without winning the division for a while. So,
yeah. Well, it's the Lions,
yeah. Holy crap. They have the longest NFC North title drought right now. That's kind of insane.
You can't say that too often about the Packers.
No, you cannot. Again, like you couldn't say, this is like this is the first time in like our lifetimes you could say that.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay. I take it back. I was about to say weird to see the Packers not at the top of the division, but it's actually very normal in recent years. They're usually hovering around second place though, which is where they find themselves. Desmond Ridder and Clayton Tune. Okay, whatever. Malik Willis obviously went and got a starting quarterback job in Miami after he stepped in admirably for Jordan Love in a few games last year. Manuel Wilson went to the Seahawks. Lost 2 starting receivers. Romeo Doubs left in free agency to the Patriots, while Dontavian Wicks got traded to the Eagles. Obviously opening up room for a guy like Jason Reed and Matthew Golden to taking a bigger part in the offense, which I think is the right move personally. John Fitzpatrick, Rasheed Walker, who's a really good player for them. Actually, they just let walk to the Panthers, which considering the state of the Panthers, actually, it's probably good for them. I remember we were looking at it. It's like Panthers need another tackle, and it's like, oh yeah, Panthers need another tackle. They knew before we did. Elton Jenkins, who started his career fantastically in Green Bay, hasn't
really
been quite the
tailed
same
off.
player over the past couple of years. Fell off for sure. They cut him. He's now in Cleveland. Colby Wooden, they traded for Zaire Franklin, which Zaire Franklin, not who he once was, but Colby Wooden, I'm going to be real, just didn't do much for them. It's fine for them. Kingsley Enagbare, he has a solid rotational edge rusher for him. I think that's a decent loss. Rashawn Gary, another guy, not the player he once was, but still starting caliber edge rusher for sure.
Got some value for him.
Yeah. Quay Walker leaves for the Raiders. They actually lost quite a bit. But Walker leaves for the Raiders. Nate Hobbs leaves for the Niners. I forgot Trevon Diggs was in Green Bay.
Yeah, me too.
Last year. As far as veteran additions, so Tyrod Taylor signed to be the new backup. Sky Moore, yay. Devontae Wyatt got a big deal. Javon Hargrave they brought in to be the Colby Wooden replacement. I don't know.
Zaire Franklin's a good ad.
He's a good ad. Not as good as he was his first couple of years in Indy, but he's still starting caliber for sure. Isaiah McDuffie they brought back. Ben St. Juste. Nice contract there, starting contract there as well. So a lot of losses, not a lot of supplements, at least through free agency. Like if you look at their starters, they lost 2 starting receivers, which they added
Sky Moore,
one rotational receiver. They lost 2 starting O linemen without adding a single one. They lost 2 starting edge rushers without adding a single one. Or no, I guess Van Ness was the starter and Agbar's more rotational, but they lost starting edge rusher, didn't add one. Lost Quay Walker, but brought in Zaire Franklin, so that one cancels out. That might even be that about cancels out. Nate Hobbs they cancel out with St. Juste. So okay, that's fair. So the receiver room, I think the receiver room and the O line, I think is where you see the concerns. They didn't draft. Well, they drafted one O lineman. It was a center, and it was Jaeger Burton. So not great. We didn't love their draft. Brandon Cisse, I think, is an interesting player. He's definitely got the athletic tools. At this point in the draft, I think that's where he should have gone. I thought first round was definitely rich for him. At 52, sure. Chris McClellan, didn't love that pick. Dennis Sutton, okay. All right with that one. They drafted a kicker in the 6th round. Yeah. You can see it. We gave this draft a C. Only one green pick.
Trey Smack, though, elite kicker name.
Trey Smack is a fantastic kicker name. Maybe looking at their depth chart will give us a little bit more faith. I forgot they had Christian Watson. That's the other receiver. Although he was already a starter. So, yeah, losing Wicks and Dobbs opens the door for Reed and Gold that bigger role. So I'm right about that. Jordan Love, of course, quarterback. Tyrod Taylor as backup. Josh Jacobs is there. He's had one heck of an offseason himself. Not great, but he's in attendance at camp, so it doesn't seem like it's going to hurt him too much. The receivers, Watson, Golden, and Reed. I don't know.
This is.
I always find myself being unimpressed by the Green Bay Packers wide receiver room. I remember the mid-20s.
Ever since Devontae left, have they had great receivers?
No, I was gonna say like in the mid-2010s when they had like Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, James Jones, like all these like
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings, like high-end receiver. Go back further, like Donald
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb, good call, Randall Cobb. Like good receivers, like a wealth of receivers. Like even just having Jordy Nelson and Devontae Adams at the same time is like insane. And now it's like, Packers receivers they're there. Yeah. Jordan Morgan stepping into. We didn't talk tight end. Tucker Kraft. It's fantastic. Very good tight end. Really stepped up in year 3 last year. We'll see
But of course, according to Packers fans, their season was over when a tight end went down.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Morgan, left tackle. I have genuinely never heard of their right tackle.
Zach Bacco Boele.
Bacco Boele. I've genuinely never heard of this guy before in my life. So that's a great sign. That's a great sign. Oh wait, I forgot Zach. That's Zach Tom. I forgot he changed his last name.
Oh, that's Zach. Oh,
I forgot about that, dude. We're both fired. We're both fired.
I never even heard about that.
I forgot. I read that article the other day. I was like, who the hell is Zach Bacco Boele? And then I saw round 4 and 22. I'm like,
I was looking
back
at
when I was making draft profiles for like everybody. I should have heard of this guy before.
I know. I was looking at that. I was like, I had to have seen this name before. That makes so much sense.
Okay, yeah, Zach Tom.
Not looking terrible. Right. Not looking terrible.
Yeah, okay. Now it's looking a little better. It's looking better now. So Jordan Morgan, left tackle, obviously former first-round pick, had a couple years at guard where he played all right. So obviously moving him over. He was a left tackle at U of A, so it makes sense. Aaron Banks is not good, but I don't know. You can do worse, I suppose. Sean Ryan's a solid center. Anthony Belton's. Their guards worry me. I'll just say their guards worry.
I don't.
Their tackles in the center, though. We can work with that. Defense. Front three here. Javon Hargrave. Is Javon Hargrave hurt? Ugh, that's not a good start to the year. Yeah, Javon Hargrave's hurt right now, but he will be a starter. And then they got Chris McClellan, rookie at nose tackle. Devontae Wyatt on the other side. You know, I mean, if Chris McClellan works out, this could be a solid front three. Edge rushers, obviously, Van Ness and Parsons when he's healthy. We'll see how long that takes. It could be it could be all season. I don't even know. It sounds like his recovery just has not been going well. So we'll see there. Linebackers, Edge Cooper's fantastic. Great player out of A&M a couple of years ago. Zaire Franklin, obviously, they acquired in trade. Not the player he probably was back in 23, 24, but not bad either. So solid linebacker room there.
Mm-hmm.
Corners, holy crap, their corners suck. I see why they drafted Brandon Cisse now. Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine.
Oh boy,
that's brutal. Honestly, Brandon, I'd feel better about this if they put Brandon Cisse and Benjamin St. Juste as their top two corners, honestly. Just flip those around. Now, their safeties are good. Xavier McKinney, one of the best safeties in the league. Great call there. And Evan Williams has turned into a solid player as well out of our school down south. And Javon Bullard, very solid nickel. He's safety, nickel, corner hybrid. Very solid player there out of Georgia. Trace Mack.
Everything outside
their long snapper. How'd their long snapper get hurt? Okay. Well, Cal Adamitis, former Bengal there.
Jonathan Gatton's a good add at DC after losing.
He is. That is a meaningful addition in defense coordinator for sure.
After losing
the fact that Josh Sweat's not here is kind of a surprise. I will say that.
Yeah.
All right. Right now we got him at 3-2-1. That's fun.
All right, the Jets. All right, pencil that in.
Yeah, that's gonna be a win. Thursday night at home. It's gonna be a win. Going down to Tampa. It's October. It'll be nice and cool. Win.
It's still hotter than Green Bay.
True. True. Well, but if we weren't willing to give it to Minnesota, or we wanted to give it to Green Bay, we're not willing to.
Okay.
So Tampa will get a. Oh, they got one. Yeah, I think they split the Bears. We'll do the home and home. Lions. They'll beat the Panthers home Thursday night. Yeah.
Lose to the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna say lose to the Patriots. Get the bye.
Beat the Saints.
Beat the Saints.
Lose
Bills
to
is
the Bills.
interesting.
I say a loss. They're used to the
I'll
cold.
give it to them. That's true. That is true. Beat the Packers. Or sorry,
I think
beat the Dolphins. They are the Packers. Lose to the Bears on Christmas.
lose to the Vikings or Texans.
There you go. Yeah, Texans. Yeah.
Where we got them at?
10-6-1. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, that feels pretty good.
I'm bound. I'm wrong with that.
Let's go to the offseason champs.
The offseason champs, the Chicago Bears, which they actually didn't have quite as notable as an offseason as we're used to them having. Let's see. There you go.
That's a long list.
So it is a long list. Is it a champion list, though? Let's find out. As far as what they lost, so Travis Homer, big loss. Went to the Steelers. Traded away DJ Moore, who was their wide receiver 1 last year, so that definitely hurts, although he's definitely not the player he once was. Devin Duvernay.
Travis Homer, what a big loss.
Loss there. Yeah. Olamide Zaccheaus, who quietly actually had some nice games for them, went back to the Falcons. Falcons. There we go. Jordan Smythe. Drew Dahlman retiring hurts because he's a really good center. That's a big loss there.
They filled it pretty well, though.
They did. With Bradbury, they did fill it. Dominic Robinson lost. Joe Tryon, he retired. So he went to the Eagles, but then he retired. So Andrew Billings hurts. He was a good player as well. Still kicking it. Former Bengal. We love him. Tremaine Edmonds, not the player they thought they were getting when they paid him a couple years back, but still a solid linebacker. Chris Williams. Deshaun Wright, big breakout year. Paid off with the contract with the Jets. We'll see if he keeps it going in New York. Lost a ton in the secondary. Jaquan Brisker went to the Steelers. Kevin Byard went to the Patriots. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is hurt now. Went to the Bills. Oh, that reminds me. We didn't talk about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson getting hurt. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a long-term injury by what I heard, but for the time being, their starting safeties are Geno Stone and DeMar Hamlin, which I think is disgusting. 2 guys that often appear dead on the turf at Paycor Stadium. All right, that was tasteless. I apologize. I apologize to DeMar.
He's a clone.
I do not apologize to Geno Stone because you might as well have been dead the way you played in that secondary for 2 years. As far as their additions, Case Keenum, awesome. Savon Ahmed's still in the league. Good for him, man.
Both of those guys still being in the league is funny. Karen Hudson, Scott Miller, not Scotty.
Scott Miller, yeah. He's a man now. He goes by Scott. They brought in Khalif Raymond from the Lions. He's a fun little gadget piece for him. Obviously, you're kind of moving up in the order. So Burden and Dunze are going to be your 1 and 2 interchangeably. So Khalif Raymond is wide receiver 3 will be fun. They brought back Braxton Jones, although it doesn't even sound like it sounds like Jedrick Wills is the starting left tackle in camp right now.
Woof.
So yeah, that's not great. Jordan McFadden, Garrett Bradbury, who's there. There's your Drew Dahlman replacement. I like Garrett Bradbury. Definitely not Drew Dahlman, but they did the best with what they could do in the situation. Yeah, they did the best with what they could do.
Yep.
Contavious Streets, fun player. Daniel Hardy, Dalvin Gallimore. Dalvin Gallimore's
been in the league for a long time.
Solid. He's solid. Devin Bush, big contract after he really broke out in Cleveland.
In what year?
Bust in Pittsburgh, 1 year in Seattle, goes to Cleveland, all of a sudden becomes a good player.
God, he was horrific.
Mm-hmm. 10 a year to be the Tremaine Edmonds replacement. And honestly, if you're going off pace purely off 2025 tape, massive upgrade.
Yep.
Massive upgrade.
But of course, is playing behind Myles Garrett.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, John Radigan. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Let's see. Jalen Jones brought back. Kobe Bryant. Sounds like he'll be out
Brutal.
till
10
about
weeks?
8 weeks. 8 to 10. Yeah, so 8 to
10
10
weeks from today. So not
Okay.
week 10, but 10 weeks from now.
So like week 6.
Yeah.
Probably. Week
Which
5,
is
6.
better than, it seemed initially he was out for the year.
True. That is very true. And then, those are the big additions there. Their draft, I think that they had our favorite draft in the division. Look at that, offseason champs after all.
Yeah, there's some names I really like there.
Dylan Thieneman, great pick. We love that one. That's
I was a big Logan Jones fan.
You're a big Logan Jones
fan. I was a Logan
like
Jones
Sam
fan
Roush.
for
yeah, you were a Logan Jones
plus.
fan before the season started.
Yeah.
I like Sam Roush for what he is, especially in the run of tight ends that was happening there. Like,
you could have done a lot worse. You could have done a lot
I like him more than Nate Borkircher, or who was the guy Houston drafted again? Marlon Klein. Like, Sam Roush, better players above those guys.
Yeah.
So could have been a lot worse. Xavier Thomas is fast.
Yeah.
Picked way ahead of consensus. Didn't love that one. Malik Muhammad.
Solid player.
Yeah.
Who knows if he has what it takes in the NFL, though.
Right. Keyshawn Elliott, solid linebacker, and Jordan Vandenberg is just a big nose tackle.
Yep.
Which, that's fine.
You need in that division. Good draft.
Yeah, I liked it. B+, right? Yeah, B+.
Yep. I love their first 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Da Bears.
All right, here we go. So, quarterback, Caleb Williams. Ever heard of him?
Nope,
apparently he's got 50 pictures of him on NFL.com website. Oh, they've got Braxton Jones listed. That's crazy. I saw an article that said Jedrick Wills was.
Well, they don't even have Jedrick Wills listed.
Yeah, they do. He's over here.
Oh, I'm blind.
That's LT3. So, yeah, apparently this Caleb Williams guy, I've never heard of him, but apparently there's 50 pictures of him on NFL.com, according to Liam Cohen. So, he's their quarterback. Tyson Bagent. After an offseason of trade rumors around Tyson frickin' Bagent, he's still.
Oh, my God.
You remember that? March was a crazy time. I remember Cardinals are going to trade their second-round pick for Tyson Bagent. Like, I'm sorry, what? I don't even think the Cardinals are that dumb. And they're pretty dumb. DeAndre Swift, common guy. Fun running back combo there. I also like Roshan Johnson here. If he's your RB3, you could do a lot worse than him at RB3, that's for sure. Receivers, obviously, Rome, Luther, and Khalif Raymond as your slot shifty guy. Xavier Thomas will probably have a role in this offense as well.
Maybe the early JMO role reverses.
Yeah. Yep. Tight end, one of the best 1-2 punches of tight end in the league. Colson Loveland, Cole Kmet. Don't be surprised if Cole Kmet, as he's coming towards the end of his contract, I think Sam Roush can kind of take on that like blocking tight end role that Cole Kmet's kind of occupied. In fact, actually, Sam Roush is actually like a perfect replacement for Cole Kmet once you're ready to move on from him. I didn't even think about that. Never mind. I like that pick even better now. Offensive line. I mean, if you just look left guard through right tackle, you feel really good about this offensive line. Joe Thuney was the protector of the year last year. Garrett Bradbury, very solid center. Jonah Jackson, very solid right guard. Right tackle, Darnell Wright, one of the best right tackles in the league. If you ignore this whole left tackle thing, which is pretty important, I hear, you got a great O-line. The problem is, again, you can't ignore that. And right now you got a revolving door of Braxton Jones, Ozzie Trapilo, and Jedrick Wills.
It's so close.
That's like the only hole on this offense. This could be an amazing O-line. This could be an amazing offense.
Except for the most important position on the O-line.
Yes, exactly. Like literally, the only hole on this starting offense is the most important offensive lineman.
You could make an argument in center too, but you can find solid centers.
Dude, why haven't they signed Taylor Decker? Is he retiring? Like, but no, he said when the Lions released him that he's not done.
He didn't want to retire. Yeah, maybe he can't pass a physical.
Maybe.
Ben Johnson would know.
Such a perfect fit. He would be such a perfect fit. Yeah, the Ben Johnson connection, he would be such a perfect fit. But again, if it was going to happen, I'm sure it would have happened by now. On defense, edge rusher Montez Sweat and Austin Booker's not super inspiring. I mean, Montez Sweat I like a lot, but Austin Booker's okay. But if you get motivated Deo Odeangbo, look out. Have you heard that one? The motivated Deo Odeangbo. Oh man, it was like this. It was this whole thing. It was start bench cut. It was like Myles Garrett, Will Anderson, or a motivated Deo Odeangbo. And it was like, I don't care. Cut everyone key other than motivated. Start motivated Deo Odeangbo. Cut the other two. I don't even want either of them on my bench. I guess it's like a big thing on like Bears Twitter. Is like motivated Deo Odeangbo is like the best edge rusher of all time. Which where that came from, I don't know. I'm not on Bears Twitter enough to find out, but it was
neither am I. That is pretty good.
But he's not even a starter, so he's apparently not very motivated right now. D tackles, Ron Dexter, solid player, second round pick from a few years ago, and Grady Jarrett's still there as well. Neville Gallimore and Contavious Street as your backup D tackles can do a lot worse than that as well. Linebackers, TJ Edwards, the better of the T linebackers they signed a couple years ago. Which is funny because like when they both got signed, I thought Tremaine was a better player, but
yeah,
since they both got Chicago, Edwards has definitely been the better one. Devin Bush there now starting linebacker. And DeMarco Jackson apparently has got a role here as well. Good for him. Ruben Hippolyte. Gotta shout out
our boy,
friend of the pod, Ruben Hippolyte. Corners, Tyreek Stevenson. Nice. Jalen Johnson, one of the best corners in the league, and then Kyler Gordon's hurt right now, but he is their nickel.
That's a lot of injuries in that defensive backfield.
Yeah, it is. So Kobe Bryant's already hurt, like we talked about. So Cam Lewis is one who's going to step in. On the other side, you got rookie Dylan Thieneman. Yeah, I mean they're starting secondary week one. We've already talked about a lot of good things we see in Chicago. Their starting secondary week one though is going to be Tyreek Stevenson, which LOL.
Yeah.
Dylan Thieneman, rookie. We like him, but he's a rookie. Cam Lewis, Jalen Johnson, who no complaints there.
Yeah.
And if Kyler Gordon's not healthy, Jalen Jones.
That's not when you bring someone from the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's not great. Especially compared to all the guys in the secondary they lost, like Brisker, Byard, Chauncey Gardner, Johnson. Like when you compare to those guys, this secondary does not look great for week one. Now,
especially when they relied on a lot of turnovers too last year.
Yeah. Now, when week 7 rolls around and Kobe Bryant's healthy, and I don't know how long Kyler Gordon's going to be out, he could be back. He could be back. We won't do it. 100% sure. Then it looks a lot better, obviously. They I can't believe Tyreek Stevenson's still starting in 2026. That's
hilarious.
And then kickers, Cairo Santos, Connor Torrey. Love it. All right. We've crossed the 2-hour mark, so let's get these Bears picks done.
Yeah.
Get out of here. All right. Week 1, opening in muggy Carolina.
I still think the Bears win.
Beat the Jets. Don't think that we need to talk too long about the one. Beat the Falcons.
Whoa. You picked the Falcons.
I think it was.
You pressed.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I know. I literally said beat the Falcons, and I picked the Falcons. I do that sometimes. You ever go to the grocery store and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then you go to reach for it and you just kind of absentmindly grab it. And you grab the thing right next to it. You don't realize till after.
I've never done that before.
Oh, I've done that all the time. Whenever I'm buying like rice cakes or something, like so I like to put rice cakes in my lunch. So I'll like grab like, oh, there's the apple cinnamon one. So I'll go to grab them. And I get to like the checkout and I've already scanned it. And I'm like, these are the plain ones.
Oh, brutal. I love those apple cinnamons.
They're so good.
Lose to the Patriots.
Home Thursday night football makes me lean Chicago.
I got to go Patriots. I'm not there yet with them.
All right, fair enough.
Especially like that's like one of the first few elite offenses they play.
That's true. But their secondary might be more healthy at this point. This week 7.
I wouldn't say until the bye.
All right, fair enough. So they started 4-0 and now they're 5-2. 5-3 because they lose Seattle as well.
Beat the Bucks, beat the Saints. Be healthy now. Beat the Jags. This will be a fun grudge match.
The victim
bowl.
We made it. Yeah, they beat them. They got that long bye. And
beat the Dolphins.
This is what, December in Chicago? You think the Jags are handling that? Beat the Dolphins, yeah.
Bills is interesting.
That one's a fun, dude. Josh Allen versus Caleb Williams.
That'll be fun. Right before Christmas.
I'm
going to go Bills.
It's going to be fun. I'm thinking Bills too.
It's a toss-up for me, so I'm going home team.
Yeah, that's fair. And we got them at 13-4. Holy cow.
Ooh.
But any of these we want to rethink maybe a little bit. 13-4 feels a little rich.
Eagles.
Eagles is one I was looking at. Yeah.
Scroll down. Victim Bowl.
That's a December in Chicago, and they got a long rest though.
Yeah, Eagles. I'd say Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles is the one. I agree. And that gets them 12-5. I'm okay with, and Eagles at 10-7. I'm also okay with. Yeah. So there we go. We made it. Pythagorean expectation is something they compute here. Very fun. All right. Well, there you go. That's it. That's it for the NFC North. Here we got. We got pretty much the exact same standings as last year, minus taking a couple wins from Minnesota. Bears on top around 12-5, which I think is about where they finished last year. Packers in second place. Lions still 9-8. We're just lower in Minnesota. We'll see how this ends up working out.
We'll see how the South shuffles out to see who makes the playoffs.
That's right. Once the NFC South episode is complete, we will have an entire NFC playoff field set. Which
Homer, me, we already have the Seahawks locked in as the 1 seed because I know no NFC South team's going to do it.
Fun fact. The NFC South's the last episode we're doing.
Oh.
So we will not have the NFC playoff field locked in until the very end of the series. The next episode is the AFC North.
Oh, I bet you're excited about that.
Oh, I'm so pumped up. That episode probably going to come next week. I think is the expectation right now. Busy rest of the week schedule with school starting back up. But we'll keep y'all posted. We'll make sure we get it because that is going to be my favorite episode of the series. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a good time. So that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Any closing thoughts? Just joking, man.
If one of us is a victim, all of us are a victim. If one of us click like, all of us are a victim. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks. You like the
outro
music?
I like
Let's
it.
go. Outro music. We're here. Drive safe.